Newcastle have given him his chance. All right, he played really well for him. He's now being looked at by other clubs. But to refuse to play and then not only 1 week, but then come out the next week and say you're adamant that you're not going to play.
Apparently, sold his ass in Newcastle.
Yeah,
in Liverpool. That's so mad.
I don't know what you guys think, but
I cannot get behind it.
There has to be punishment. In my opinion, he gets his wages docked in half, and then he gets shipped down to the under-21s. And then he could last his 3-year contract down there.
You know what needs to happen? The PFA, for once, need to actually turn around and instead of backing the player, because they're always going back player welfare, is they need to actually maybe get around every player in the Premier League and go, we need to stop doing this because this just isn't on.
Yeah.
A bit of background in case somebody's been living under a rock. Isaac's trying to force a move to Liverpool, Saudi, one of the two. And most likely wanting to be Liverpool, considering Jay just said he bought a house there.
I didn't say that. That was the journalist.
That's why. That's what he said.
Athletic came out with that.
That's what he said for the Sun, probably. So he's went and trained with his ex-club Real Sociedad. Refused to turn up to Newcastle. Turned up to Newcastle and said he doesn't want to play. He's then put in a request, so to speak.
Not a formal one.
Well,
and the reason why I ain't a formal one is because he gets penalised for it, monetary wise.
He's basically saying that Eddie Howe cannot go within 700 metres.
Oh, restraining order, sorry.
Restraining order. I couldn't get the word up. 700 metres or something.
That's ridiculous.
Of
genuinely, the way this man has carried himself.
Do you not think part of this is vultures, though, from the media trying to make this worse than it is?
Yeah, but I think
when I mean that is, I don't believe that.
I don't also believe it all
with
of him. I believe it could also be his management.
Yeah,
is the thing.
Well, they're looking for money. It's a money game.
The problem is, right? He's making his own noose. The problem is, right? If even as good a player as he is, he's acting like that. Would you take him?
Why is Trent Alexander at Real Madrid then?
I don't agree with the way Trent carried himself. That's actually part of the irony that I find that Liverpool fans are okay with tapping him up.
No, that's
when Real Madrid did it.
I just asked if I wanted him. I just asked you why Trent done the exact same thing. He's out and
Well, he done the exact same thing.
Mbappe done the exact same thing. He's at Real Madrid.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it. I would if it was me and I was in charge of the club. I would not be looking at him. Nowhere near.
The problem here, right, is
I'm not disagreeing with it. It's proven. The reason why he's doing it is it works.
Yeah, but the problem is Isaac's killing his career, but Newcastle are also harming themselves. Because as much as Newcastle don't want to sell him, the more you keep a hold of him, the stock drops.
But that's why I think that there needs to be a penalty involved. They need to halve his wages, sod him off to the under-21s, and leave him there.
That's what he wants to do. He doesn't. No, it's not what he wants to do. But he doesn't want to play with the team.
No, but if you put in it, if you tell him because you're not playing for the main team, you're not meeting your contractual obligation, half his wage, and then
that's a legal battle.
Yes,
not as simple.
Newcastle got the money to fight the legal battle.
The thing is, right,
is the issue
on the way across. I watched Tom Garrett on the pitch side, and what he was saying, it's so brutal but brilliant, but impractical as well. He basically was saying, for every training session you don't turn up to, dock 2 weeks' wages. Every game he doesn't turn up to, month's wages.
Do you know what? I genuinely get there. For me, there has to be a penalty because you signed a contract, and if Newcastle can't, you're still expecting to be paid, even though you're refusing to do your job. If I don't turn up for my work on Monday, mate, I don't get paid for it. So why should he?
Not absolutely. But he's under contract. He will get paid.
But he's under contract to play.
But this is the problem. If Newcastle don't play him, stock drops. And then if they get rid of him, who do they bring in to replace him? Because nobody else wants to go to Newcastle.
For me, I would take the position of, if I'm Newcastle, you can make the money out of it. They already say that they're worth absolutely ridiculous amounts. I'd say you set an example, and you kill his career over 3 years.
I don't think this would have happened if Isaak done this stuff in June. If Isaak done this stuff in June, Newcastle would have went, oh shit, all right, okay, 2 seconds. Let us bring another £60-odd million striker in to cover. Right, that's fine. And I think to let him go. This is my point. Yeah. But the problem is if you don't I get what you're saying, but if they do it earlier, you have a lot of time then to try and cover it. You know what they were trying to do with Sesko and Gyökeres? They were trying to find someone to go, 120 million. Yeah, go on, we'll take that. Because you know what? It ain't worth that fucking hassle,
But that's the problem, though. And they probably were holding out for another striker coming in. No one wants to go to Newcastle.
Do you know what I do? We saw him the other week. Genuinely, got Atletico Madrid, give 30 million for Sorloth.
Yeah.
He ain't Isaak.
Yeah.
I ain't saying he's Isaak. But you seen how good their front three is. Their left and right wingers are.
Yeah.
He will score goals.
Yes, but 30 million, you're not getting Sorloth.
No, he's valued at that.
That boy scored like 10-minute hat tricks twice last season.
I'm just trying to put what his value is.
He's
What I
phenomenal.
mean is Newcastle. I get what you mean. Newcastle can offer the money. So even if they said 60, it's still worth because then you can get rid of Isaak because he sounds like a pain in the arse. Get the 100-odd million for him, and you still.
And do you know what? I don't think Liverpool will be interested in him now anyway. Not because of the attitude. They don't need him.
The thing is, man, I don't know how true it is. Apparently, it's because Isaac's doing all of this because stuff was promised to him that isn't being paid.
That's
how
the
true that
atypical
is.
shite.
Do you know
Every
what?
single
Right?
footballer.
And the one thing that I hate about football now is player welfare gets put so far up there that they're never seen as wrong. Unless it is something so controversial that then there is no way they can be in the right.
It's PFA.
Yeah, it's such a load of crap.
They always tell you what they're not. I sound like I'm a Jordan from Tom Sport. They always tell you what they're not wanting to do, but they never. It's like this stuff about player welfare. They never tell you what they want you to do, or like a solution. They always go, "We don't want to do that."
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Well, can you dock some of your wages then because you're not playing as much? Well, fuck off now.
Yeah, no. I genuinely, there needs to be some backlash on Isaak. He can't sit there.
Not just on Isaak at this point. On anybody
But he needs to be set as the example so that then players like Rashford, who wanted to squeeze money out of United, or Garnacho, who's willing to do this. Well, he actually
Garnacho's doing it.
But Rashford was willing to sit there on his wages. I think something like this needs this. Unfortunately, Isaac's made himself the target for this punishment to be brought in place, so that then the next player who tries it just goes, right, there's half your wages, go on. I think it needs to be set as a standard.
Personally, if they can fit the wage in, it ain't that much because I don't think it is that much. I think it's £100 a week, which is a lot of money, but it ain't in terms of football wage. That's less than what Jared Bowen gets.
Yeah.
Do you want to see? Let him roll.
Yeah, let him roll for 3 years.
Newcastle fans at the weekend though, he just had a poor 0-0 games there. The fans at the end of the game when the players came across, all they were saying that there's only one greedy bastard.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're right.
The problem is
fans are fickle though, because I tell you what, if he comes back at the weekend,
score a hat-trick,
not straight away, but give it a couple of weeks, they still celebrate the goals, and within a month, I think he'd still be a fan favourite.
And your guys,
he only had a bit of a fee.
In your guys' opinions, does he play for Newcastle? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
I would like to say no. But if they don't sell him, they have to.
You know what Newcastle are doing?
They have to keep him. They have to play him if they keep him.
You know what they're playing? They're playing chicken with him. Because I think you've got 2.5 weeks left of the transfer window. 2.5 weeks?
Like that.
Genuine. I think it's about 3.5 actually. I think it's the first week in September. Do you know what they're doing? They're sitting there going, if no one offers us the money, mate, you ain't going. And he's going, yeah, all right, I'll take the wage, right? Wait. Because I tell you what, just after deadline day, because we've had it with Paqueta, is he'll turn around, I've had a word with the boss, I'm all right now, I'm fine, we've made up. Oh, that's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder why. Because you don't want 9 months to train with the under 21s.
No.
You fucking snaky
cunt.